Hey, this is Anthony here from West Coast Custom Concrete. Today I'll be at a hotel in Orange Park Acres, California, moving sand from the arena into the horse pens with my S70. Here I am just unloading it here, coming in there. There's about 12, 15 yards of sand here. I'm going to move from the round pen into the horse corrals. This is where Kristen, my media assistant, boards her horse. Jake, you'll see him coming up in here. This is an S70. These are about, I'd say, 24 horse, or they're either 24 or 25 horse. The tipping load on this is about 1,500 pounds, I'd say. They hold about 6.5 gallons. They go between 6 and 7 miles per hour. It's a really sweet machine. This thing's balanced really good. What I like about it, a lot of machines I run visually, there's blind spots and angles you can't see. With this, it really you can see everything perfect, braking, loading. So I'm just going to be dumping the sand over into all the corrals so they can spread it out for the horses. I do it every couple of months for them. This is a great machine. I encourage a lot of people to buy machines and do what they want. It's imperative, though, when you start off or you don't know, that you don't buy the wrong stuff, because it'd take you about 10 years to get out from under it. And you can't go wrong if you buy this anyway. You look at it, if you're doing landscaping, concrete, even if you have a big property. I mean, there's so many uses for this little tractor that it's one of my favorite machines. It's probably one of the biggest money makers too, because you'll get it in areas where they'd have to do it by hand and jackhammer and wheelbarrow with tons of labor, and then you could come out with this and do it yourself. You can command a good amount. So I'm continually just moving the sand in all the pins here. I'm just going to dump it in there. They're going to spread it. It's pretty tight in some of these spots, but and there's a piece of wood right there, a 2x6 right there. I'm just going to roll up on and dump it in there. But this machine here is, if you're a concrete guy, this is it. I mean, I see some of these guys on these stand-up things and stuff like that. That's a joke. That's a landscaping for drilling post holes. I mean, if you put somebody up against me on this breaking and loading, it'd be stupid. They'd be embarrassed. This is the machine to get. I mention that because people have called me, or because I get about 50 calls a week about pumping and bobcats and different questions from people from all around the world about my YouTube videos and what equipment and what motors and what not to get. So I never want to steer anyone the wrong way, because if you buy the wrong stuff, like I was saying earlier, it'd take you a decade to get out from under it. It's a real nice facility here. Kristen's boarded her horse here for about 6 months. You can either find me at the beach or at the horse corral in the afternoon. Usually I go to the beach in the morning, then I'm at the horse corral riding at late evening or at night. My kids take lessons at this barn too. When you're looking at equipment, you got to make sure you buy the right stuff. You got to be careful who you listen to too. Even on YouTube, there's so many hacks on here and corny people. There's even people that try and steal my moniker, best in the West. They should get their own. I got one for them. How about second best in the West or last place? Depends how you want to look at it. But enough about these failures. This is the video you need. I mean, the videos you need to watch are mine, the crew I have, the equipment I have. If you want to be successful at what you're doing, you could grow it. I could grow it bigger if I want to. You can do whatever level jobs you want, but you got to have the right equipment and basically be good on it. You know, if you're going pumping or bobcat or whatever you're doing. But I'd S70 or a pump to start off is probably the best idea, because this machine, you can do anything with it. I can do anything anyone could do with any size skid steer. It might take longer in some situations, but for the most part, I bring my bigger tractors for like parking lots or bigger stuff. But a lot of times I'll just bring this. And with the new breaker I have, as you've seen from the last video I did and what I broke out with it, um, nobody's questioning whether this or those stand-up Tonka toys are better. But I wanted to show which equipment to get and what to do and how I've done it, because I've done it under the radar for so long. That's why I put it on YouTube, to show people who want their own business and doing it. And this tractor here, this skid steer is, they Bobcat has the market. I'm not so hip on Bobcat, but their mini is just dominates the market. There's no comparable machine to this. Horsepower is good, power is good, speed's good on it, visual's good on it, pretty much everything. I don't have any bad. Only I need to get solid tires on this. That's what I would get. I got to get. I don't like air tires at all. So there's a tight spot back here. With this, it makes really easy work because the ladies here were wheelbarrowing it, like a whole group of them, and then they asked me if I'd bring this in here and dump it for them. I said no problem. It's real easy work for this. It took me about 20-30 minutes, and I'm going to grade this round pin out, just flatten it out from when I'm scraping the sand out. I'll back drag it and make it look nice. It's pretty sandy in there too, but this goes over it no problem. You're not really going to get stuck. Clay, wet mud, you might have a hard time spinning the tires and wiggling it in and out, but you can get it done pretty much any situation with this. Nice day over here. There's Kristen's horse, Jake. He's a 17-year-old Mustang. She rides him every night or afternoon after the beach. It's a real nice facility. There's a lot of nice trails in this area. A lot of a couple public arenas. Getting tight back here. I put about a yard and a half in each pin. So I'm just trying to maneuver this in here. I didn't really want to go up over the wood there. And then bounce back out. So I'm going to grade this out here and just flatten it out for her after I get it done. But this machine here is a really nice machine. They're pretty expensive for what they are. They hold their value really good, even the used ones. The prices are up there. I think I paid about $12,000, $11,000 for this one. I've had 3 or 4 of them. I had a 463 prior to the S70 series, and they were a little bit underpowered, and the wheels were a little smaller. They were quick, same speed, pretty close, but not quite the same. I mean, this is a way better series. And to work on it and change the filters, it's really simple. Everything's readily available right in the front. When you pop the cab, it's pretty easy to do. It takes you about 30 minutes to change all the fluids, and it's pretty simple all the way around. So I'm continually just to keep dumping the sand in here. Nice day out today. Just trying not to hit anything or hit any of the bars coming in and out of here. Some of the pins in the back were really tight. And you have just enough room to swing out of there. That's why you can get this tractor in any situation you need. Yeah, I brought them in houses, broken out floors, any backyard I can get into. I haven't seen anywhere I haven't got in with this yet. A few times it's been tight where I've taken the bucket off. And here's my daughters, Sydney and Samantha. This is my older daughter. They showed up for their horse lesson while I was there. And of course, they want to get on the Mini. This king only has queens. I have 2 daughters, so they're going to have to help out at some point. So I'm teaching them how to grade here, and they're driving it around. That's Sydney there, my oldest daughter. She's 14. And here's Samantha, my youngest daughter. She's 11. She's going to grade it out. I'm honored to be their dad. Here she is. Here, she's a character. So they got on it for a while. It took me about a half hour to get them off of it. They were having a ball. I was teaching them how to grade with it. Here they are here. Thank you very much for watching the one and only Best in the West.